Hey guys, welcome back to New to Homesteading. My name is Ray.
Hi guys, my name is Dora. Today it is March 2nd, 2026, Monday afternoon. And excuse my voice, I guess I had a sinus thing over the weekend, but it's getting better.
You did?
I sound like what'd you say, smoking a pack of cigarettes?
Yeah. Well, actually, when she starts coughing, that's what she sounds like.
Yeah.
But guys, thanks for joining us. Thanks for being here. As you see the title, News Around the World. Well, I mean, there can be a lot to talk about news around the world because there's just so much. But let me go ahead and silence my phone now that I just remember before it goes off. Um, but you can just look around and you can see all kinds of things occurring. As me and Dora has stated before, you got to sit back, pay attention, take a breather, and don't believe everything that you see. And I'm going to show you some of that right here in a second. That you can't believe everything that's being advertised, everything that's being shared on, whether it's social media, even the news, your local news and stuff. There's a lot of propaganda out there, a lot of things to persuade people to believe a certain narrative.
Yes.
So we have to be cautious about that. We have to be careful about that. So we'll go. I guess we'll go ahead and get straight to it because we do have quite a bit to share with you. Um, Let me show you number 7, and this is what I'm talking about. As you see this is fake, but there's people out there believing that this is real. There's other ones that are a little bit better than this one. The quality is a little more clear. Some people actually work harder to make it more legit than others. Others just hurry up and
Just put whatever on there just to,
yeah. For people to believe it. So
There's no sound.
So as you see here, of course they're talking about this is the ships are getting attacked or U.S. ships are being attacked. But you can see it's very fakey. Uh, it actually looks worse than the 1950s Godzilla movie. And Dora used to watch those.
No.
No?
Ray did.
Yeah. So here you go. As you can see, this is really fake. But if you went on the comments, you would believe some people actually believe it. You don't know how many times it's being shared, but it's being shared around. So I just want you to see, of course, this is fake news. So let's keep going. News around the world. If you can give me number 4, people are so focused, and we should be focused on what is happening with Israel and Iran. That should be our main focus also. But we shouldn't just stop focusing on what's going on around here in the United States, around your area, because you can see what's going on here. And this kind of upsets me because the amount of years that they want to give this person, it's crazy for what this person did to this girl. And we'll go ahead and play this one, and you can hear it, and you can hear it for yourself.
In a case shocking the local community, victims are speaking out on the aftermath. A packed, emotional courtroom hearing the final sentencing submissions for the teen who pleaded guilty to attempted murder for lighting a 15-year-old girl on fire. She's also taking the charge for unlawfully causing bodily harm to a teacher who came to the victim's aid. The Crown and defense sharing joint sentencing submissions, asking for a maximum sentence of 3 years. This for the incident taking place in September 2024 at Evan Hardy Collegiate, a high school in Saskatoon's East End. Court hearing the teen and victim were previously friends, but the relationship soured, turning to harassment and later violence. The victim spending over 90 days in hospital, using tubes to breathe and eat, relearning to walk, and switching to using her left hand. The victim's mother reading a statement from her in court, saying she had to change schools, rethink her career choices, and now avoids large crowds. Court also hearing statements from 6 witnesses shedding tears, sharing how they are coping with PTSD, sleep loss, and triggers from the smell of fuel and seeing fire. The teen was supposed to stand trial in May, but a surprise guilty plea came in December. The now 16-year-old also sharing a statement in court, apologizing for her actions, saying people have, quote, every right to be upset with her. Justice Chris Deser is reserving her decision for a couple of weeks, saying she needs more time to consider the facts and victim impact statements. A sentencing decision is expected when court resumes on March 16th. Vanessa Tiberio, Global News.
Pretty sad. That's all the amount of years that they want to give. I'm actually speechless, but actually it doesn't surprise me. So let's keep going. Let me show you number 5. You can give me number 5, and we'll go to Jerusalem. I know you've been paying attention to what's going on over there. If you're reading your Bibles, this is Bible prophecy unfolding. You can literally see what's happening. Things are shifting, things are changing, and things are going to change faster.
Yes.
My thing to tell you is just buckle up. Get ready. Make sure you're right with the Lord. Things are going to change. We'll go ahead and play this one.
Oh my God. Whoa! Holy shit! Oh my God! Yo! No way! No way! No way! Oh my God! Oh my God! Oh, holy fuck! Oh my God! Oh my God! Oh my God! Oh my God! Yo! Oh! Oh my God!
Now, there's a video out there, and it's showing a missile coming down, and it's doing this like a feather. It's just doing like this, and then it just drops and then explodes. If you notice all the missiles that it's coming down real fast, but for you to see a missile doing this, and it's just rocking, and then it finally falls, there's no parachute holding it. I was watching that video a couple of times, and and I can't find it now. I was going to share it with you so you can see it. Again, there's more propaganda out there showing you that some things happen when it's not happening. There's also explosions and other things that they're putting out there that was from a different war. So just keep that in mind as well. So let me go, if you can give me number 6. And this is something that we've discussed on our other previous videos before. And this is things that they're doing in the sky, things that they're changing the weather. If I know there's people out there who still don't believe that they can control the weather when they have admitted that they can control the weather.
Oh, yes.
But here's maybe something that Dora's going through right now with her sinus stuff. Just listen to this video.
You're in central Mississippi right now. That's Jackson, Vicksburg, Forest, Brookhaven. Health officials are telling us that we need to stay inside. Let me tell you why. So breaking as of early this morning, air quality monitors are showing PM 2.5 pollution levels in the unhealthy range that's centered right over Jackson. That's fine particle pollution. Those are particles so tiny that they don't just get into your lungs, they can get into your bloodstream, which is awesome. Now, since it's a Sunday, there aren't a lot of folks at work right now that can tell us exactly why we're getting this alert. And so officials haven't quite pinpointed an exact source yet. But let's talk about some of the possibilities. PM 2.5 spikes, they can come from industrial emissions, power plants, agricultural burnings, forest fires, even a combination of those sources. And right now, Mississippi has no shortage of candidates. But something to consider is the very real possibility that we could see a lot more of these warnings in the future. So The Guardian, for example, just reported that Elon Musk's AI power plant in Memphis, right up the road, that one's been caught on thermal drone footage defying EPA clean air regulations to power the AI data centers. Meanwhile, down in Gloucester, Mississippi, there's a British energy company there called Drax that just got the state to raise its pollution limits for a wood pellet plant. And that was after the community raised health concerns. And then earlier this month, at the beginning of February, we saw the coast see a very similar alert happen down there. And right now, not only is the state opening its doors to a lot of new data centers, but we're also dropping a lot more of those environmental restrictions right now. So I'm not saying that any of these are responsible for today's culprit. We don't know that yet. But I am saying when you loosen the rules on how you can pollute and how much, well, we can't really be that surprised when the air turns bad. Now, again, none of that's probably causing today's issue. My guess is that they're going to say that a certain weather pattern that we're having right now is just trapping some of these particles a little closer to the ground. We don't know exactly what's going on yet. We'll probably know more tomorrow. Mississippi used to be making a lot of progress on this front. Now we're rolling back EPA regulations while Mississippi communities are literally being told to stay inside on a beautiful Sunday morning. So if you live here, this is your fight. Don't let anybody tell you that clean air is a political issue. It's a health issue. But as of today's breaking news, while we're waiting to find out exactly what's causing this, if you have asthma, other breathing issues, might be a wise idea to make some indoor plans. If you're in central
So there you go. If I know, again, people don't believe that they do manipulate the weather, when even they admit it, manipulating the weather, they're polluting the skies, they're polluting the air.
Yes.
So they're doing the quality. Have you heard lately that animals are dying and nobody has no explanation for it as well? We actually had a chicken that was dying, and so did a family member in a different town have two of their chickens died. Yeah.
Mhm. 2 of their chickens died.
So we'll play this one here. This is, again, we are hearing that, and in fact, Texas said to be on alert for terrorist attacks. And here you go right here.
Potential act of terrorism in Austin overnight. Good evening, and thank you for joining us. I'm Alec Nolan. The FBI is investigating a mass shooting on 6th Street as a potential act of terror. At least 3 people are dead and more than a dozen injured. Today, we're bringing you team coverage with live updates as they come in. We want to get right to Fox 7's Marco Bittnell, who is outside a home tied to the suspect in Austin's mass shooting. Marco, what's the latest?
Well, Alec, we're slowly starting to have more details on the man potentially behind this deadly shooting in Austin. Right now, we're outside a home linked to that suspect in Pflugerville. You can see it right behind me right now. That is the home right there where that white car is parked in front of. And this home has been the focus of some very heavy law enforcement activity throughout the day. I want to start off by showing you a picture of the suspect. This is 53-year-old Njiaga Johnny. You can see him with an AR-style weapon in his hand, wearing a hoodie early this morning, which says property of Allah, with it being reported that he was also wearing a shirt with an Iranian flag on it. He was killed by APD after supposedly opening fire on West 6th Street around 2 this morning, killing and injuring several people. Johnny was a 53-year-old from Senegal, but has been a naturalized citizen since 2013. Today, this home in Pflugerville linked to him was at the focus for law enforcement, as we saw local police and ATF agents bringing out boxes of what appeared to be evidence from the home. That was after neighbors tell us that SWAT units carried out a search warrant around 11 a.m. today at the house. Just go ahead and take a listen to a nearby resident who recalls the moments he found out what was happening.
I got a call and a picture from one of my neighbors with a little bomb robot walking through my front yard, and I thought they were at my house. So I rushed home as quick as I could to come to find out SWAT was executing a search warrant across the street. They were on a loudspeaker talking to whoever was inside, saying, "Hey, come out with your hands up. We have a search warrant. Come out with your hands up and empty," and this kind of thing. They were really patient. It was about an hour that they waited, and then just after noon or so, they went ahead and breached the house. You could see the SWAT guys approach the house.
This scene was cleared by.
When I was in SWAT back in the day, we didn't wait an hour. Now it seems like some of these agencies are waiting an hour, including our agency waits an hour or two and sometimes leaves. Yeah. It's not the same as it was back then where we actually breached and went in. You imagine how much evidence they can get rid of in an hour?
Yeah, definitely.
Mm-hmm. They can have bonfires inside the house getting rid of evidence. So let's keep going. Give me number 2. So as you see, this what happened in Austin, and you see what's happening in Kern. You see that they're mentioning that there's going to be terrorist strikes on the rise. Texas government already put an alert out saying that be aware and ready that there will possibly be terrorist attacks out. It's safe to say, yeah, because Iran is being attacked by the U.S. and by Israel. So Let me show you this one. This one is in New York again, and I've been mentioning over and over what is happening in New York. Pay attention because that is one place that they look at to kind of distribute what else is going to happen around the United States.
Cairo, Mecca, or Medina, it's New York City. And the Adhan, or Muslim call to prayer, is ringing out in the Big Apple, especially during Ramadan, which began on February 17th. Many New Yorkers are speaking out against these amplified call to prayer broadcasts. Some Americans see the call to prayer as a disturbance, while Muslims insist it's their constitutional right to express their faith freely. It's a delicate balance between community rights and America's religious liberty.
It has nothing to do with freedom of religion. It is projecting dominance.
Former Muslim turned Christian Danny Bermawi is the author of Islam, Israel, and the West. He says the call to prayer was more important in the early days of Islam. Back then, with no cell phones or alarms to wake people up, it helped bring them to the mosque to pray. In 2026, he believes it's no longer needed.
Many people are arguing that there is no need for the call to prayer to be broadcasted and bothering everyone because we have alarms. Muslims don't need it, but political Islam needs it.
Where should New Yorkers draw the line then? How do we balance the religious rights of minorities with the need for peace and quiet in our communities?
So as long as Islam is categorized as a religion, exclusively a religion, then there's nothing you can do.
Bermawi says the first move would be for New Yorkers to try to redefine Islam. He believes these broadcasts from mosques should be compared to if communists broadcast political messages through loudspeakers, which are not allowed in New York City neighborhoods. Bermawi also argues Islam is not really a religion, but a political ideology with a religious side.
When you go into your room, you close your door and you pray to Allah, that is a religion. That is spiritual practice that belongs to the religion. But when you broadcast the call to prayer so that Muslims and non-Muslims will be disturbed by it, that has nothing to do with religion. That is a political signal. That is a declaration that we exist politically and we are taking over the public space.
Many are asking.
So there you go. Just like he said, and many have said before, that they're going to take over the U.S. And how they're going to take over? They're going to use our own laws.
Mm-hmm.
They're using the freedom of religion. They're using that is part of them to play that, whatever they're playing out loud on the speaker. Yeah, call to prayer out loud for everyone to hear. I mean, imagine if the Christian community say, you know what, we need to go ahead on a loudspeaker, proclaim Jesus Christ as Lord and Savior over and over out loud. I guarantee you it will be shut off. It will be shut down. So again, just pay attention the times that we are living in. Let me show you, if you can give me number one. And this will be in Israel. Again, this is another video of it. So pay attention what is going on there. I haven't been able to do anything today to actually look into more updates of what's going on with Israel or any other updates of even Iran or what's going on in that area. But I'm going to play this one. I think this one may be about 3 minutes long. We may not play it all, but we'll go ahead and play some of it so you can see.
stop all that. Seek shelter, man. Seek shelter. I couldn't imagine what it'd be like being on the ground out there. Crazy. Now this one is in Jerusalem. This is a direct hit. Stop someone. By the time you realize that thing is coming at you, you're dead. There's no escaping that. You're coming in so fast. That's insane.
I mean, imagine living in a country like that where you have to live life as you're walking around the streets and even driving around the streets. That the minute you hear sirens, you have to hurry up and get in shelter.
Right. And they have them all everywhere. They have shelters everywhere.
Yeah. I mean, imagine living life like that. Here in the United States, I'm telling you, we are spoiled. We have been spoiled. Do we trust our government? No. But have we been lied to a lot? Sure, absolutely. But the type of freedoms that we have here, that we don't have to wait for a siren to go off, at least not yet, where we're expecting missiles to show up. And Israel has to live their life like that from day one. As the minute they're born, they're taught at a certain age that they are able to comprehend. They're taught here. Here's our shelters that you have to find for. I'm sure they have signs where they have shelters where they can run to the shelter. And I think if I remember last time, they mentioned that you got 2 minutes from the time the siren sounds off to get into shelter. I mean, living life like that, it's difficult.
Yeah.
So let me play this other one, number 8. And people still don't believe that this is really occurring, but can you explain to me why some of these people have their eyes like that? Some of these people appear that way. Some of these people are acting in a certain manner. Some of them are acting like they have no clue, like if they're lost. But here you go. You're going to see this video of it. And in fact, I'll tell you a story here in a second. This one about a cleaning lady.
Look at this lady behind President Trump and just look into her eyes. I've been saying this for a long time. The people that are running the show, the people that are behind the closed doors, they are not human. They are some sort of shape-shifting reptilian humanoids, and it's been caught on tape over and over and over again. They live amongst us, and this is why they're so evil, because they're not connected to the source of all creation, peace and love. Let's have a look at this lady behind President Trump and just...
And I know some people don't believe that, but there's this lady that was hired to clean basically a mansion for this gentleman. And she was instructed not to go in certain closets because those closets were private and they were for him. He lived there by himself. As she will clean the entire mansion, she did it for a couple of years. She ended up getting curious, and she ends up opening one of the closets. In one of the closets, she noticed a complete, and I mean complete, from head to toe, bodysuit. And she said she felt the bodysuit, and it had his hair, it had his face, and of course she had a hose for your nose and your eyes, but all his features were there. And she said it looked exactly like him, but it was a entire bodysuit. She said she felt it, she touched it to make sure it was real. And then all of a sudden, one day that the guy shows up and he's running frantically saying, "Hey, I gotta hurry up, I gotta get out of here." He grabs a suitcase and tells her, "I'll see you some other time." Leaves, doesn't say anything, and he never comes back. She contacts the family members and says, "Well, where's this gentleman? He's supposed to be here. I'm running this place. I'm here to clean. I haven't seen him in a while." And they tell him, "Well, I mean, I would suggest that you leave." Well, she ends up leaving because she's not getting paid anymore. The paychecks stop coming in. That's a short story. It's a longer version, but it's a short story. So think about it. And this woman said she literally saw it from head to toe, hair, face, everything looked exactly like that gentleman. And she was wondering, why does he need a bodysuit?
Why does he need a bodysuit of himself?
So did that person really look like someone else and was actually changing bodysuits? But she said before she left that place, she went back to go look for that bodysuit, and that bodysuit wasn't there anymore.
He took it in his suitcase.
I don't know. I mean, unless somebody else came and cleaned while she was gone.
That too. Yeah.
I mean, if there's some stuff like that that's just wicked and weird and something that trying to cover up something, because if you have a certain group and says, "You know what, we're going to get rid of this person, but we got to go clean the house, we got to go get rid of stuff that will bring back and come back on him," and people may notice it. So, yeah, but we're living in a world that we been lied to a lot. From the time that we were born, that people were teaching us certain things we thought were true. We're coming up to find out that they're not.
That's right.
I mean, the school system wasn't based. It was based on a lot of lies, including history. Now they're looking back and showing you and exposing you the history that they've been teaching us. So, guys, all I can tell you is, as you're watching some of these videos come out of Israel and Iran, take a breather, take a step back, and try to make sure that it is a real, accurate video, and it's not trying to persuade you to believe a certain way, a certain system. Because this is what's happening. They're going to try to persuade people, and this war has nothing to do with nukes. I guarantee it has nothing to do with nukes. Even though that's what they're telling you, it has nothing to do with that. How convenient that oil prices are about to rise. In other words, your fuel, when you're about to put pump gas, it's about to go up.
Yes, your gas.
But they're talking about supply and demand. How convenient is it that people are getting rich off of war now on stocks, weapons? In fact, we were told that years ago. Remember when we first decided we were going to buy some stocks? I remember the broker said, "You know what? Buy and ammunition, buy and war equipment, because that's where the money's at." Go figure. We didn't do that, but we were advised to do that. And I said, I don't think so. That's not for me. I'm not going to get rich off a war and we actually being Christians.
Right.
I mean, how would that look? Yeah. So we just want to share a quick video with you. I've been really busy, but I'll try to make another video as soon as I can. But
yes, guys. Thank you again for joining us. Have a great rest of your day, and we will see you on the